Tune into Raising Wisdom, where we embark on a journey of enlightenment and introspection. Get ready to elevate your understanding, embrace life's challenges, and unlock the true potential of your being. In a world where gossip rules, we are grateful that you came back to shine the gems on your crown, here on Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free. I'm your girl, Nico Sakari, the Mad Alchemist. Catch us live Wednesdays at 8, and just for some extra love, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Okay. Hey, y'all. High vibrations. How y'all doing? I'm so excited. We have a guest today. Let me see if I can get my guest up in here. High vibrations.
Vibrations. What an honor it is. What an honor it is.
What's up, girlie? So I'm going to introduce you. I have not even addressed everybody yet. So thank you so much for being on time. Welcome back to Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free. It is here we embark on a journey of enlightenment and introspection. Together we will navigate the complexities of life and seeking the elusive wisdom that enriches our minds and souls. So get ready to elevate your understanding, embrace life's challenges, and unlock the true potential of your being. High vibrations, I'm your girl, Nico, and we have a special guest on Raising Wisdom today. I'm so very excited to introduce you all to my friend, Jen. She is a yoga master and a therapist. So she is absolutely perfect to be here on this platform. Thank you so much for joining us, Jen.
Thank you, Nico. I love you so much.
I love you.
Y'all, she can call me yoga master. I consider myself a yoga teacher, but ultimately a student of the practice. Like, once you become a yoga teacher or a yoga guide, you don't ever learn everything. So the key to it is continuing your practice and learning from where you are and continuing to grow.
So you're forever learning in your craft.
Yeah. Yes.
Here on Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free, we're going to give you your flowers where they are due, Miss Ma'am. High vibrations. Welcome to Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free. Come on in. So yeah, you guys, before we get into everything, this lady here she's so inspiring. Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful to have her on my show. We met each other randomly in St. Thomas. I did not know this woman. This is right after I wrote Reset. I took my kids out to St. Thomas just for like a getaway, because I made it a thing every year to go and travel somewhere, no matter what. And we were on the beach, just chilling, having a good time, and I met you and Dukes, and were we all in white? I think we were all in white, and it was dark. I don't even know what time it was. We was having such a good time, but we instantly vibed, y'all. And from there, we've been like the dopest friends. Like, we've been knowing each other from way back. So you guys should definitely make sure that you check her out. I'm going to make sure that I have all her info down below and also put that in the chat. You can find her at Bald-Headed Business. She has like all the vibes.
Shout out to Dukes and shout out to Kelly, because it was Kelly's birthday celebration, and that's why we were all in white. So shout out to them.
Yeah. I just happen to fit in because y'all know I be in white all the time. So, cool beans. We have a topic for you today, but before we get into that, cosmically, we have to go ahead and get into it. Okay. Y'all know how I am with my notes, but please forgive me because it'd be thousands of them, I swear.
I got a question. Am I allowed
What's
to eat
up?
snacks while we here? Because I don't never see nobody doing it, but when I'm in the audience, I be eating my snacks.
Yeah,
So,
sure. Girl.
okay,
Eat your
I just
snacks.
wanted
As
to,
long as we can hear you in this conversation, I think we'll be just fine.
okay.
Because that will be yourself is what I would like for you to do.
Okay.
Yes, okay, guys. So we are in the moon phase for tonight. Y'all know it's waxing something. So it's waxing gibbous. This moon represents times of intense anticipation. So this is the fourth phase. And parts of your plans will feel complete, but others feel like they are hanging on the brink of conclusion. So there's a palpable, big words, okay? Palpable feeling of almost in everything you do at this time, as if the world is bracing itself in anticipation of something big happening. At the same time, there can be an insidious temptation to quit during the waxing gibbous phase. It's common to feel like things are good enough right now. Should you walk away and move on to something else? Resist these temptations at this time, okay? So, in other words, if you're feeling like you want to quit, it's too much, it's kind of heavy, try to resist those urges, those feelings, and try to persevere and get through it. So the true fruition of your plans and energy still lies ahead. So keep at it, whatever it is, guys. As far as your plans, your dreams, your goals, just stay at it. I mean, it's going to come into fruition in its time. And that is our word for what's happening cosmically tonight with the waxing gibbous. We're about to go into a new moon. So this is the last phase before a new moon.
So basically, they said, don't drop out and become a rapper, Jen. Just don't.
Yes,
Okay,
don't
fine.
drop out and become a rapper.
Okay,
Please.
fine.
Okay, save the studio for another day. We are not going to jump in the stew.
Why not? I mean, it
I know,
depends on
right?
what you do.
Oh my goodness gracious. You know, if I had it in me, I would definitely be a rapper. In my mind, I can rap for real. Like I mean, like I'm Lauryn Hill, top notch in my mind, but out loud, no, ma'am,
Yeah,
it's not happening.
I have that same thing kind of going on. Like sometimes I
Mhm.
really feel like I could go toe to toe, but then the way that my nerves are set up a lot of the time, like I feel like I'll be standing backwards rapping at the crowd, like very,
You be
very,
a dyslexic rapper.
yeah.
I'm actually dyslexic, y'all. Or I
Me
gotta groove
too.
out of it, but for real.
Yeah.
Yo, I would do all of my in like back in school and stuff, I would do all my math in pen. So I would already be in trouble for that. And I do the whole formula and I do everything right, but I would have my numbers mixed up every time. I
It's
barely
calculated.
passed, y'all. It's crazy. Anyways, I want us to get into this topic. So this topic is called separating from the real from the fake. Okay. So initially, like when I was thinking about this topic, I'm just, looking out into the world, seeing what's going on, how people moving, what's happening. And I'm always talking about separating the wheat from the tares. So separating the wheat from the tares is a biblical metaphor used to convey the idea of distinguishing between the good and the bad, the righteous and the wicked. And the idea of separating the wheat from the tares can be, and it can translate to distinguishing the real from the fake, right? So it involves discernment and the ability to recognize what is genuine or valuable from what is deceitful or inferior. What did you think about this topic, Jen?
I think this is a good topic, and it is on trend with what's going on. From what I'm seeing in different spaces, not only online, but offline too.
Yeah.
So I think it's a really good topic. From what I can remember, I heard a lot of people talking about it on different podcasts too. So it's something that definitely needs to be talked about in more depth. Like more conversations need to happen about it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm totally with it. I just, I'm an authentic individual. So it's important, and I despise disingenuous beings. Of course, it's always something to learn in everything. However, I think it's important when you are moving to a space where you're just seeking positive interactions. It's good to have the knowledge and the tools to figure out how to separate the two. Because you can be hurt if you don't know what you're surrounded by, or you can get into a situation that can put you in a negative position. And what we're going to do in this conversation is talk about ways that we can avoid those things from happening.
Some things are just inevitable because if you don't experience it, how will you know when it's happening? There's some things you just can't avoid.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I agree with that. There's some things that you can't avoid, and there's some things that you can avoid if you know, if you know what to look for. Yeah. Like, for instance, like I'll use my boys for example. My oldest is gonna go and he's gonna bump his head and he's gonna do things and he's gonna get the experience from it and all of those things, right? And then but my middle son, he's gonna look at that, and because of the experience he went through, he ain't gonna go for it. He's not gonna put himself in that predicament because he already saw what can transpire if he goes that route type of situation. So I guess that's what I mean by enlightening people on what to look for, because sometimes people, and I was like this, was just so naive and do to where you're not even looking for that, because you're not thinking that people can be so deceitful. And that's like a conversation we had. So we had a conversation offline, y'all, okay? And we were talking about how we protect ourselves and how we utilize our names to do so. So my name that was given to me from my mother and my father, I keep private, because there is a identity that is attached to that name that I have to protect. And because I did not protect her, I got into a lot of trouble. I got a lot of scars from that, and we can't afford no more of those. Okay, so here comes Sneeko, because she's not playing any games with any of you. That's my protector, and there are some people that don't have that protector. They haven't learned how to protect themselves, how to guard themselves in that light. So this is for y'all, so y'all don't get caught up, child. Now, you said something before when we were discussing the situation, and you brought up, what did you say? People be out here acting fake healed. What you mean by that?
So when I speak of fake healed, I mean, you may believe that you are over whatever it is that hurt you, and you very well may be over it, but you never really went through to see what was actually causing you the discomfort or causing you the pain. You just put a Band-Aid on it and numbed it instead of actually going and mending whatever it is that caused the deep wound.
Yeah. So in other words, like people are projecting like they are okay and they're really not, or people are.
They may think that they are. They're just they aren't aware of how their pain is showing up still, and or how they learned to heal in the past versus what actually may be a more healthier way to heal with whatever it is, to feel and heal.
Okay.
If we use, let's say we're talking about somebody who uses substances to cope. If, let's say, the person is drinking to numb whatever the pain is that they've experienced over the course of their life, and they never learned the words to use to get the emotions out, they never learned any type of way to move their body, to move the emotions through their body, they never learned any type of healthy coping skills. So they drink to suppress whatever it is that they feel, or they use drugs to suppress whatever it is that they feel, instead of actually acknowledging, hey, this thing happened.
As far as like the trauma that they're using to cope, they're using the different substances to cope with.
Yes. Instead of acknowledging, like, hey, this is something that changed the makeup of my brain, and I haven't had the space to even acknowledge that this happened and it was real before I was expected to hurry up and move forward like it didn't happen. So that's kind of what I mean when I'm saying like they're acting fake healed, not in a sense of I just have to do this. It really just it's circumstantial, really. Some people are acting like, oh, you know, hey, I'm over this or whatever. Some people may be trying to heal from whatever it is. Some people probably haven't even acknowledged whatever it is. So
what I find interesting about, you know, this is what I came up with. So people may sometimes act like they are healing for various reasons. It could be a coping mechanism to project a positive image, a desire to avoid judgment or concern from others, or a personal struggle with acknowledging their true emotions. Social expectations and the fear of vulnerability can lead individuals to present a facade of healing. It's essential to approach such situations with empathy, creating a safe space for open communication and genuine support to foster true healing. So there are people that are out here putting on a facade. So what I mean by separating the wheat from the tares, in the aspect that you have somebody who's put on a facade like, oh, they're all healed, and really and truly they're all jacked up and broken inside. That's false representation, yo. That's deceitful.
Yeah.
Now, then again, right? I feel like there's a difference between putting on a facade and showing up in the space that you aspire to be in order to manifest a different tomorrow for yourself. Because I'm not always feeling my best and my brightest when I show up for you guys. And I think I mentioned that before. You know, however, it's always high vibrations. I feel like that is very much different than acting as though you're this healed person, but really you're dealing with different characteristics within yourself that puts you in the category of a tear instead of the wheat. The reason why I'm stating that in this particular time and age that we're in, it's essential and very important to separate the wheat from the tares. It is time to separate the wheat from the tares because we're moving in a different cosmic event, in a different dimension, and everybody can go.
Yeah.
And to avoid, you know, to avoid disappointment and expectations not being met, it's important to know what these indicators are, these identifiers are, with who's real and who's fake.
Yeah. So to speak to the point of where you said presenting as like you're fully healed,
Mm-hmm.
I have an issue with that because some people they believe that they're fully healed. My stance on it is we all have something that
Yeah.
can be worked on. So acknowledging where you are for where you are and being at peace with wherever you are. That's all I ever want to see with people. But it's hard because people carry so much shame
Mm.
around where they are or how they got there. Excuse me. Instead of just accepting like, hey, this is where I am, this is who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm showing up at my best, and what my best may what you think my best should be may not be, you know, my own expectations. So kind of going back
Yeah,
to
for sure.
managing other people's expectations of you and doing a better job of managing your own expectations.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree with that for sure, because sometimes showing up as your best is not is not what everybody may feel like your best can be, but it's not about that. It's about where you are, maintaining that space, and what's the word that I want to use? Staying authentic and keeping it real with yourself on where you are and being exactly who you are and being unapologetic in where you are and what you are at the moment. You
Mm-hmm.
know, honesty is key. That's absolute policy. And portraying a certain image that isn't parallel to one's reality may cause inconsistencies in character or be a face of positive manifestations in an actual negative reality. So the downside to, again, putting on that facade as if everything's all good is you're not being authentic with yourself. You're not keeping it real with you. So before we even talking about everybody else, you know, whether or not they're keeping it real with you or they being fake with you, are you keeping it real with yourself?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Are you being fake for real?
Yeah.
So
That's a question that I ask myself daily. Like, are you gonna lie to me today, or are you gonna keep it real?
okay, you ask yourself that daily.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna lie to me today, or are you gonna keep it real?
You know,
And
my
if
whole
you
thing is
people,
like,
go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
people be.
No, people lie to God. So I mean, of course they're gonna lie to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. You know, I look for authenticity. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And I look for authenticity. I look for compassion. I look for kindness in individuals. I look for people being striving to be the best version of them. So as far as okay, so I want to give y'all some identifiers when someone is being fake or disingenuous with you. Mm-hmm. So inconsistencies in behavior, i.e., they acting brand new. Okay. So notice in the person's actions and words don't align consistently. So the actions don't match with their words. And genuine individuals typically display authenticity and consistency in their behavior.
So I'm making faces with that
I
because
see. I'm sorry.
no, I'm making faces with that because while those are some really good indicators, sometimes we have to take mental health into account. You can't see a mental illness, and
Jen,
people.
that's a problem. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I ain't doing it, Jen. If this person has a mental illness
Mm-hmm.
and they are struggling with some things within themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're projecting negativity on me,
Mm-hmm.
I can't help it. because now you're putting me in a space to where I can be harmed because you're not fully ready to take care of your stuff. If I'm responsible to take care of my things, I'm gonna need you to pick up your things and put them in your suitcase so you can take care of them as well. And I say that because it's not that I lack any type of empathy, because I'm very empathetic. It's actually, the latter. I'm super empathetic. And because of that, I have to, again, self-preservation in the situation. Because I will take on all your stuff. I'll put your things in my suitcase and you'll never, sit over here and be identified and stuff. Therefore, like, you're trying to mirror me. And so there's the deceit and the envy and the ugliness that you're battling and projecting and all of those things inside, and making that also a problem that I have to deal with. So as far as mental disorders go, people have to take care of their stuff. We are all old enough to be able to take care of our stuff. I hope I'm not coming off rude, but I think it's very much important to protect yourself just as well as you're going to protect that other person. And in protecting that person, if they have a mental illness, is making sure that you show them, hey, this is the mirror, this is you right here, and I'm gonna need you to handle that before we can go further. If you're gonna be keeping it real with me, right? Because this is about separating the wheat from the tares, separating the real from the fake. I can't be fake with you and kind of coddle you because of a mental illness that you're not choosing to deal with. Does that make sense?
About that, yes, that does make sense, and thank you for saying it that way, because that's kind of what we talked about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. You do have to be responsible and take care of your own mental health. That means going to therapy, like you said you are. Or finding whatever healthy coping skills work for you, but communication is key. So figuring out how to adequately communicate whatever it is that's going on with you. So acting brand new, how do you explain your brand new attitude?
What do you mean, like, how do you explain? Well, shoot, if you mean, how do you explain, like when someone shows up and they're acting brand new, and
so brand new to me could mean I had a spiritual awakening and I'm trying to navigate how to present after having this awakening. Somebody else on the outside, oh, she acting stank. I don't know why she acting like that. So how would you explain if you had a situation like that outside of the because everything that we see on the flip side, while we are using the power of discernment to separate the weak from the terrorists, the terrorists, somebody else is having the same conversation on the flip side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you like, let's say you did have a spiritual awakening and this is what I need to cut off in order for me to keep my vibrations high. Somebody outside of that is looking at you like, why she acting stank?
Okay. So in a space where you're in a space where you've had this spiritual awakening, you're kind of pulling back a little bit from things that don't serve you, things that you find negative or triggering to your experience. And on the other end of it, they may be looking at you like you're not keeping it real, like you acting brand new, like you acting kind of fake. Well, that's where transparency comes in. And okay, cool. So transparency, lack of transparency. So we'll talk about the two different things I want to speak on real quick. So lack of transparency, be cautious if someone is vague or reluctant to share details about themselves. Genuine people are often open and transparent in their communication. So I think it's just about having a conversation. I think the problem with people make assumptions. They have a whole conversation in their head about you but they won't directly come to you to ask those questions so that they can get clarity about whatever it is. So opposed to me saying, Jen, girl, where you at? You okay? Like, what's going on with you? I feel as though you kind of acting brand new, like you're not being genuine with me. You kind of showing some things that it's kind of offensive to me because, we're friends or we're cousins or, family or whatever have you. And you go and tell me, hey, look, you're transparent with me. This is what I'm going through. This is my space right now. Our relationship is not in alignment with where I'm going right now. And I'm trying to navigate on because I love you. I want to keep you in my life. However, where you are right now is not aligned with where I am. And it's kind of interfering with the journey and the road that I'm going on, if you will. I know that sounds kind of crazy a little bit. But I would say transparency, to be transparent with that person if you deem necessary. Because sometimes we don't feel like we need to go back there. Kind of just leave it where it is, But I mean, to answer your question, I would say transparency so that I can avoid you having these assumptions or these opinions or these feelings of me being disingenuous to you. Just ask. And you know what I'm saying? Like, just the basic stuff, just the basic things of people just asking questions. You know what I'm saying? To get the answers. Now, if you don't want those answers and you just wanting to feel whatever it is that you're feeling, I believe that was already there. You was already feeling some kind of way because you're making up these assumptions about me and you didn't even bother to ask. Hey, how you doing? Like, what's going on in the world right now? Like, are we good? Questions like that to kind of get the answers that's necessary. Unless you already had some static or whatever with this individual beforehand and it comes off like, oh, okay, she acting stank. And so you done made up a whole scenario in your head and dismissed yourself. Created a whole beef. Lord have mercy.
Who eating that?
So, like, as far as ways to identify people that are being fake and just disingenuous with you would be lack of transparency.
Okay. So
yeah.
with lack of transparency, on my end, what I have learned from my interactions with people, some people are open books. They will tell you everything. They will be transparent because that's who they are.
Yeah.
Some people, they have to get to know you in order to open up before they start opening up to you. Like, I had a friend that I was friends with for like 3 years. I didn't know nothing about this person for real. Like, we was cool. So I just, what up? One day they just told me everything. And I was just like, bro, nice to meet you.
What was the everything? You gotta tell us what's going on, Jen.
I can't tell you. That's their business. That's
okay.
Their business. But, they just opened up and started telling me everything. And I was just like, wow. Like, nice to meet you. I didn't know. So it's levels to transparency. So depending on where you are in your relationship with the person, you can't expect them to come in as an open book. So defining where you are in your level of relationship with this person.
Jen, because we separating the real from the fake.
Okay. So
and if you real to me, okay, then it's gonna be some transparency in communication.
Yeah, that's true. So we separating. Let me ask some more questions. We separating the real from the fake. In like, how long have you known this person? Or we
It
just like
don't matter.
you first met this person, you expect them to just be an open book?
No, not that you expect people to be an open book. Welcome to Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free. We are talking about separating the real from the fake, okay? Separating the wheat from the tares.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, when you first meet a person, I don't think that you should expect them to be an open book. Not at all. I think that there's other identifiers to let you know whether this person is authentic or disingenuous. So, you know what I'm saying? But if there's longevity, you know what I'm saying, then absolutely there should be some transparency and communication, because you built some type of relationship and rapport with each other to where it should be that. If not, then it must be fake,
Mm-hmm.
because we're not the friends that I thought that we were. Right?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess to put a light on things, to identify, because those are identifiers that this person is inauthentic, they fake, they ain't keeping it real with you. They got deceit in their heart and envy in their eyes. Okay, so on the flip side of things, to identify someone that is being real with you, like we just talked about, transparency and communication, authenticity involves open and transparent communication. Genuine individuals are willing to share their thoughts and feelings without hidden agendas.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I I feel like when I met you that night on the beach, there was a genuine connection. I stood there and I'm like, oh my God, this girl is gorgeous. And
oh,
you had
man.
her book in your hand and you let me hold your book and we held hands and
We
you told me,
sure do.
like, we held hands and you told me where you created this book, why you created this book. And I
I
just
sure
felt
do.
such a genuine connection. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can be transparent with this woman. So,
Okay.
you know, like I can be transparent with this woman. I can share some of the more in-depth things that I've gone through with this woman because she's shared so much with me in just this brief interaction.
Wow. I didn't even look at it like, ooh, I got chills. I didn't even look at it like that, because y'all, when we did meet on the beach, for those of y'all coming in, we met in St. Thomas. We didn't know each other from nothing. We met on the beach. It was like super magical. We were all in white. It was darkness, but we were glowing. It was craziness. I got pictures. Don't worry. So, so yeah, like, I guess I didn't look at it like that. I was in a space of healing for sure, because that was right after I wrote Reset. I was feeling good. I was feeling less heavy and everything. And we was in St. Thomas. Beautiful, beautiful place. If you have not been, go. Okay. So I really do appreciate that, because I definitely felt the same thing with you. It might sound a little strange, but when I go back and I look at my pictures and stuff like that, I'm like, wow, that was an amazing moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I did not know you from nowhere, but like it felt like sisterhood. So, and we've been keeping in contact with each other, y'all, like ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So I absolutely agree with you there. So I suppose like what you're saying is, when you also have to use discernment and be in tune with yourself, because spirit will let you know, higher self will let you know if this person is being real with you or if this person is being fake with you. For sure. Also, that just, you know, guys, I talk about this, paying attention to your intuition and listening to what your gut is telling you. It's usually your first mind is usually what's up, you know, already telling you like what's going on before it transpires. So if you are able to, you have the time, you're working on yourself, you want to be more connected with source, like tap in, y'all, tap into that intuition. Try to develop that gift okay? Because it'll save you majority of the time from hurt, from relationships that don't need to be developing because it's inauthentic anyway. People have different agendas,
Yeah.
you know, and sometimes they show up as a wolf in sheep clothing, unfortunately. So choosing to distance yourself from people you've identified as fake can be done with grace and minimal stress, because we're not trying to have all these problems, okay? So I'm just gonna give you guys like some tools, and Jenny, if you feel any of these things you can relate to or add to, please feel free. So ways that you can disassociate yourself from people that have identified themselves as fake, and doing this with grace and minimum stress, is gradual disengagement. Slowly reduce your interactions with them rather than abruptly cutting ties. This allows for a more gradual transition and minimizes potential conflict. This is if you were one of those people that just really don't like conflict. Me, I cut you off. I don't know. I'm sorry. My block button is very, very strong. Okay? So if y'all are like me, block it, okay? Block it out your life. Throw up some sage, holy water,
You listen.
you know.
Well, let me tell you, I'll be the Black Queen. And I've learned that clear communication is really a good key to allow the people to know where they had you messed up, or where you felt like the things were messed up, because people will continue to make the mistake and they don't, and if the mistake is not acknowledged. So if I kept telling you that the sky is green and you never correct me and say, well, man, you know, technically it looks blue, but you know, I'm making
around the bush with it.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, it's green, it's green, it's green. Nobody's telling me that it's really blue.
Well, I feel you in that aspect. Then you starting to be fake too, because you're not keeping that thing 100. And we're in a space where we grown, y'all. Keep it 100. We're not saving people. We're not saving feelings. You know, in order for you to be able to attract your tribe, you have to be able to be transparent, open, and honest with your tribe.
But that
so
also
that
goes back to being honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are not being honest with themselves about what they truly feel. So if I feel, oh, this person, I feel like this person doesn't like me, but I'm not really sure if that's what I feel. Like, I don't know if this feeling is really mine or if that is what I'm perceiving. So that's when that's when you really have to use your gift of discernment and tap into yourself. What is your gut telling you?
Sometimes it's so hard to do that, because it's like for me, when it comes to the point where I am having to discern separating the real from the fake, I often make excuses for people, and I had to stop doing that. I still have to catch myself, so I'm not doing that, because I would rather see the good in people. That's why I had to put baby girl up. She's too sensitive, okay? The wolves is out to get her. Because it's like, oh, I think everything's good. And it's like, somebody will tell me, Nika, everybody's not good, okay? So that's just what it is. Everybody does not have good intention. Everybody, you know, most people coming in have their own agendas. If it's just not authentic and it doesn't feel like, you know, even if it does feel authentic, that's why it's so important to know these different identifiers, to know if somebody's being real with you or if they stupid fake. So prioritize positive relationships. Shift your focus to nurturing relationships with people who contribute positively to your life. Surround yourself with those who support and uplift you. Yo, I'm gonna just say it right now. If you ain't supporting me, because I know, because I know how I am. I'm going to support you. If you're my friend, or if you're someone that I care about, and I'm presenting myself like as this not not a counterfeit person,
Mm-hmm. I want
then
to go
I'm gonna.
say that support doesn't always mean like I have money to buy your products. Support is I'm sharing this content because I know that this is something that the community needs. I'm sharing
Yeah.
this content because I know how hard you worked to put into this. I'm sharing this content. I'm viewing this content. Okay?
Yeah.
That's support. I acknowledge the effort that you put into this. That
I
is support.
saw. I'm so sorry. I saw what did I saw? A reel. It was like a motivational reel. It's like different clips and stuff. And this guy was like, "But no, yeah, I feel some kind of way because you're supposed to be my partner. You're supposed to be my homie, my day one. And you know that I'm doing this product, or I'm into this thing right here. But you are promoting a stranger's over me now." This is where, like, and I completely feel that. I've gone through that. I was like, huh, why does everyone hate me? But it don't even really be that. Everybody has their own reasons for why they showing up and to you in your experience in your small business or whatever else it is that you're doing to enhance your life and move in different directions and in positive directions, for why they just showing up inauthentic. However, what I have been learning is to focus on those who are supporting me. Focus on the people that are supporting me. I'm not focusing on those people that's not supporting me anymore. I'm only focused on those people who are supporting me because that's my tribe. And that's where I'm going to put all my love into. That's what I'm doing all this hard work for. Of course, like, my munchkins, because I work for them clearly. But for the people that are supporting me, that's who I'm going to focus on. I'm no longer focusing on those who are like watching eyes to see if I have a downfall or not. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
So yes,
Both
you
hands.
guys. Huh?
I said I feel you with both hands.
So yes, we prioritize positive relationships, high vibrations. What's happening, man? You done came at the end. Welcome to Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free. But you can definitely catch this on YouTube, airing on Sunday. Thank you so much for joining in. So I want to tell you guys this. When I was thinking about this topic, it's so much more to this that I had, but vibing with Jen, clearly, as you guys can see, is a vibe. Make sure you guys go follow her at Baldheaded Business. Okay. Let me go ahead and put that in the chat. Jen, do you want to add anything while I'm adding your info, babe?
No, not really. I'm just honored to be here. Grateful that you allowed me to share space with you. Such a good time. Yeah, just follow me at Lighthearted Business. I just be chilling. I'm chilling right now because I'm getting ready to go on winter break. So, yeah, that's it.
Where can people catch you at? As far as I told them about
Yoga
yes.
and therapy. I'm getting ready to close my therapy calendar because it's getting full. I therapize in the state of Michigan only right now. As far as coaching and yoga, you can visit my website, yougrowgen.us. But like I said, I'm getting ready to take a winter break off of Instagram, so I'll be gone for a couple of weeks. But if you visit my website, yougrowgen.us, you can stay connected.
And as far as joining the Zen with Jen.
Yep.
Can you tell my viewers about that?
So the Zen with Jen, you can visit my website, yougrowjen.us, to become a member of the Zen with Jen, where we practice mindfulness, yoga, meditation, and we talk about real shit. I don't know if I'm supposed to cuss. Please,
No.
YouTube, don't demonetize us. But yeah, that's what we be doing in the Zen.
Yes, you guys, if y'all are interested in wanting to know more about yoga, mindfulness, all the Zen vibes, you must visit her channel, her page and her website for sure. I am inspired almost daily by her, and I have my yoga mat, okay, and I be looking, okay.
I'm inspired by
I'm gonna
you
get
too.
down. So check this out, you guys. I want to leave you with this. Well, first, I do have 3 affirmations, of course, but let me leave you with this word as well. So in the journey of building a positive circle of influence, one invaluable compass is a person's reputation. A reputation is not merely a collection of words. It's a tapestry woven by consistent actions and genuine character. When seeking recommendations for your circle, consider the reputation of those suggested. A person's track record reflects their values and the impact they have on those around them. Embrace the power of positive influence by surrounding yourself with individuals whose reputations mirror the virtues you aspire to embody. Okay? And choose wisely, for in the realm of influence, reputation is the silent architect of a thriving and uplifting community. So that is a word to you guys that I thought about very heavily and profusely, because this topic is very important, especially when you are doing your best to just be you, be the best version of you. And it can be hard to have that discernment, or to take those blinders off and recognize the real from the fake that may be in your circle. You know what I'm saying? So as far as these affirmations goes, get your pen. Look, y'all, I'm gonna do something special for y'all. Now, I told you before that the Ultimate Planner 2024 is going to be coming out soon. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a Raising Wisdom edition. That way, all of these affirmations, it will also be included in that. So stay tuned for that, because I should be finished with that in the upcoming weeks. Because I don't do nothing else but create stuff, okay? This is my life. So, affirmation number 1. I attract genuine connections and easily discern authenticity. I attract genuine connections and easily discern authenticity. So you want to train your mind, you want to train your spirit, you want to train the skill of intuition to be able to identify authentic people in your life. Okay? So number 2, I trust my instincts to guide me away from counterfeit relationships. I trust my instincts to guide me away from counterfeit relationships. Now, a counterfeit person refers to an individual, just in case you didn't know. A counterfeit person refers to an individual who represents a false or deceptive version of themselves. They the ops, y'all, okay? They the ops. So this can involve pretending to have qualities, values, or intentions that are not authentic. Counterfeit people may engage in deception, manipulation, or insincerity to achieve personal goals or to create a specific image. Okay, they capping. Identifying counterfeit individuals involves recognizing inconsistencies between their outward presentation and their true character or motives. Okay, So they over here trying to be somebody that they not in your space. Try to put a wool over your eyes like you don't know what's going on. But see, here at Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free, okay? Try, you know what's going on. Because you got your girl, Nico, to let you know what's happening. Now, number 3. I am true to myself, surrounded by those who value my authenticity. Okay? I am true to myself, surrounded by those who value my authenticity. And you guys, that's so important because you're not always going to be the same person. Hopefully, if you're like doing the work on yourself on a daily, annually, whatever have you, getting all these upgrades to yourself, okay? You're not going to be the same person all the time. You're going to grow. You're going to change, hopefully in the best ways. And you want people around you that's going to appreciate that. They're going to appreciate you being authentic with you and authentic with them. So the third one, again, is I am true to myself, surrounded by those who value my authenticity. Yes. I am so excited. I told y'all I was super excited to share Jen with you guys. So you all, here you are. Make sure that you support her and follow her and get into all the wonderful things that she has to offer. Thank you so much, Jen, for coming and vibing with me on Raising Wisdom. I really appreciate you.
Thanks for inviting me and sharing me with the community.
Of course, my love. So y'all know what it is.
I said I have to bring you over and share you with the bald head community.
Yes, please. Okay, I will take my wig off and let them know what's really happening. Y'all don't do me. Don't come over there. Don't come over there. So check it out. In a world where gossip rules, we are grateful that you came back to shine the gems on your crown here on Raising Wisdom, where wisdom is free. So have a joyful and prolific rest of your week. Love with light. Later, y'all.